Aloha, I'm Cayabyab, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. A 40-year-old driver died in a head-on collision on Hana Highway in Haiku Sunday night. The Maui Police Department identified the driver as Michael Bailey of Haiku. Police said around 8:15 p.m., Bailey was driving a 1999 Ford F-150 pickup truck the wrong way in the highway's westbound lane near Hamakuapoko Road. The truck was illegally passing vehicles in a no-passing zone when it collided head-on into an SUV driven by a 20-year-old Haiku woman. Bailey died at the scene, and police said he was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. The SUV driver and her 21-year-old male passenger were wearing seatbelts and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to Maui Memorial Medical Center for treatment. A 2-year-old girl in the SUV was not injured but was also taken to the hospital as a precaution. Police said they believe speed and alcohol were factors in the crash. Hawaii's Department of Health reported 97 new coronavirus infections today and no new deaths as the state continues to recover from this summer's Delta variant surge. The state's virus-related death toll remains at 888, and the total number of infection cases since the start of the pandemic is now 83,448. Today's new infection cases include 42 on Oahu, 28 on Hawaii Island, 8 on Maui, 7 on Kauai, and 12 Hawaii residents who were diagnosed outside the state. Nearly 71% of the state is fully vaccinated and 79.4% have received at least one dose. The number of active infection cases fell again today to a total of 1,665. Governor David Ige says he expects the first round of COVID-19 vaccines for Hawaii children ages 5 to 11 will begin around November 8th after the federal government approves the shots for Keiki. Ige appeared today on the Honolulu Star-Advertiser Spotlight Hawaii livestream program and said an initial shipment of 40,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine would cover about 1/3 of all island children ages 5 to 11. The state is planning on more than 150 vaccination locations for younger children, including the possibility of more than 100 public schools to serve as vaccination sites. Ige assured parents that only children with documented parental approval will be vaccinated against COVID-19. He said federal approval of the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11 could come by November 4th or earlier. To watch the full Spotlight interview, go to staradvertiser.com or to the Star-Advertiser's Facebook page. Honolulu Fire Department officials say they have received another supply of the free Say Yes COVID-19 home test kits, and they will resume distributing them this week. The free kits are being distributed to Hawaii residents as part of a pilot federal program, but HFD had to pause the giveaways earlier this month when it ran out of the kits due to high demand. Health officials say they believe that rapid, self-administered tests can potentially disrupt the spread of COVID-19 that occurs when people are infected but don't yet have symptoms. Participating residents are provided with 8 rapid antigen tests to be used twice a week for 4 weeks total. For a list of 4 distribution sites on Oahu this week, go to staradvertiser.com. Finally, Hawaiian Airlines says it will resume 5 weekly flights between Honolulu and Sydney in December for the first time since the start of the pandemic in March 2020. The new service begins December 13th with flights from Daniel K. Inouye International Airport to Australia's Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport. Hawaiian Airlines officials said Hawaii is a hugely popular holiday destination for Australians. The U.S. government has ruled that starting November 8th, international arrivals may enter the U.S. with proof of vaccination and a negative COVID-19 test taken within 3 days of departure. Currently, only Australian citizens and returning permanent residents and their immediate family members are permitted to enter Australia without an exemption. Hawaii is full of talent, and we love to showcase that to you all. I got a chance to chat with actor and stuntman Saxon Sawai. We talked about how this all started for him, his stunting experience in different films, and he even taught me how it's done. Let's take a look.
So like,
That's so funny.
so try and give me the.
Okay, if I give you
Yeah. No. So if the camera's here, try and bring it out here, and then try to come across right in my face, and then
Aim
aim
for your
my
eye.
eye line. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
out
I'm
here.
I'm fighting.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're fighting, and then I go.
Boom. Okay. So come across this way.
Oh,
Right
this
across
way.
this way.
This
Yeah.
way.
To feel this.
Okay, ready?
Oh.
Aloha Hawaii, I'm here with Saxon Sawai. He may look very familiar because he has been on many shows like Magnum PI, NCIS, and Hawaii 5-0, so welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So I kind of wanted to talk to you about yourself. What got you into being an actor? How are you a highly trained martial artist to doing jiu-jitsu, to being a Japanese actor, to traveling? Just tell me all about it.
Okay, it's a lot of stuff, but so I guess we'll start where I started acting, and I was actually like kind of performing throughout my whole life. I did dancing, I did martial arts.
Yeah, I saw that you were in the president of the hip hop club at College U.
Yeah. You read my biography?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I was president of the hip hop club in college, and then we used to perform a lot. I used to dance hula at PCC, dance, all kinds of Polynesian dances as well. So, I was always in that realm. But then after college, I got into business and then all this kind of stuff. And then after maybe like 10 years of just working my butt off, I was just like kind of tired of it, and I kind of wanted like another out, something to be like really creative.
To get out of business.
Yeah. Just do something different, right?
Right.
And so I just kind of decided, maybe I should try acting, because that's different.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted something that challenged me, and I thought acting would probably be like the hardest thing because I wasn't good on camera, and I was like, I hate being in front of the camera, so why don't I do something that is really hard? So I ended up getting an agent, right? And they sent me on a few auditions without me knowing what to do. I did a commercial audition, I did a film audition. My first few commercial auditions, I bombed like horribly.
Do you remember your first booked one?
My first booked one was a feature on Hawaiian Airlines.
Okay.
And it was weird because, so I bombed like at least my first 5-6 auditions. I was horrible at it. And then I figured, you know what, this is something I have to study. Like, I can't just walk into something not knowing what I'm doing, right? So I started studying a little bit. Eventually I booked my first role, which was a commercial role. It was a feature thing on Hawaiian Airlines. And then my agent calls me back 5 minutes later. And she's like, oh, you booked the role. I was like, yeah, you guys called me up already like 5 minutes ago. And they're like, no, you booked like...
You actually booked
I booked
Hawaiian
another
Airlines.
role.
Oh, another one.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was for a documentary called Voices Behind Barbed Wire. It was a documentary about the Japanese individuals from Hawaii who joined the 442 Regiment, and kind of like their backstory behind all of that.
For our full interview, head over to our Star-Advertiser Facebook and YouTube pages. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Are you ready to score big? Make sure to check out the Honolulu Star-Advertiser's Football Fever every Monday through Wednesday for your official ballot to play and enter for a chance to win $500 weekly or the chance to win the grand prize, a Big Green Egg Kamado Grill. Match or beat the score and you qualify to win. Don't forget to drop off your entry at select Long's Drugs locations. Good luck! Special thanks to sponsors Long's Drugs, Hawaiian Telecom, and Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu.